students throughout the country walk out to support school safety. We take a look at how this impacted Rose Hill High School.
And later, a valued staff member decides it's time to move on. All of this and much more straight ahead on Channel 7 News. Good morning, I'm Sarah Bailey.
And I'm Dakota Morgan. March 14th marked the one-month anniversary of the tragic school shooting at Florida High School in Parkland. In response to this tragedy at the high school students around the country organized a peaceful protest.
Led by Sadie Garcia, Rose Hill High School students participated in the walkout events, which led to over 100 students being involved. Dakota took an in-depth look.
We as students of Rose Hill High School have the obligation to look out for each other, speak up for each other, and make sure that everybody feels welcome. As you walk throughout the halls, realize that you are not alone. So talk to each other, listen to each other, and encourage each other.
Terror instilled in the hearts of millions in the tragic events of February 14th in Florida at Douglas High School. In response to this tragedy, thousands of students across the United States elected to walk out of class for 17 minutes on Wednesday, March 14th. Among these thousands was a group of students at Rose Hill High School. Though there has been much support around the event, many people in the community, including some high school students, seem to view the walkout in a different way.
I think that students can be and should be involved, but there is a time and place for that. But I believe it should go through proper channels instead of walking out of school for 17 minutes, because I don't believe that accomplishes anything.
In addition to students, teachers seem to have their own particular viewpoints. We asked English teacher Stephanie Arbogast her opinion on the matter.
I believe that the students are looking for community involvement. I think they are looking for a little confirmation that they're safe, that they're secure in their school, and that people care about them and about their safety.
On the day of the peace rally, crowds numbered over 100, a turnout that senior Sadie Garcia said the leaders of the rally did not expect.
I was the one who first made the Twitter page for the walkout, and I got a lot of negative feedback. I didn't have a lot of support in what was going on, and I honestly had no idea what anybody thought about it. So today when I saw that many people come out here, I was just surprised and overwhelmed and very happy. There's a lot of controversy that happens and a lot of different opinions and different reactions. So we first started out, I started out making it more of a political standpoint, but as we grew, it was more so just something to unify the school so everybody could have, you know, an opinion and everybody could be a part of it.
On the day of the peace rally, there was rousing speeches by Rose Hill seniors Sadie Garcia, Jonah Robeson, and Riley Isbell.
Stop the hate, stop the labeling, and instead bring unity and bring respect into your lives.
Dakota Morgan, Channel 7 News.
Minutes before the walkout was scheduled to begin, the high school was abruptly evacuated. An alarm went off in the boiler room across the drama department, which led to the fire alarm being pulled. According to the Butler County Fire Department, a refrigerant sensor in the boiler room became faulty. After roughly 15 minutes, students and staff furloughed back into the building.
With safety improvements coming to the high school this summer at the earliest, the school recognized protocols needed to be in place in the event of an emergency situation. Reporter Aislinn Robert met with School Resource Officer Matt Neal to take a look at what students and staff should do in the unforeseen event of a shooting at Rose Hill High School.
After the many instances of armed shooters at public schools around the country, many students and parents have raised justified concerns about the protocol that exists in the event of an active shooter. Recently, I spoke with Rose Hill Resource Officer Matt Neal. I asked him about the safety in school and what students should do in an event of such an armed attack.
Alright, so say if we were in the cafeteria, what would we have to do?
If you were in the cafeteria, again, it's going to depend on the situation each time. And the student, if you're ever, again, I want to emphasize you're very safe here, but if this were ever to happen here, you're going to have to decide what is best at the time. And if someone were to walk into the cafeteria, the best thing may be for you to run and just get out of here. The best thing may be for somebody to try to tackle the kid. But it's gonna come down to what you feel is the safest thing for you to do at that time. And that's why it's a run, hide, fight philosophy. Sometimes the best thing is to run out of the area. Sometimes the best thing is to get yourself shelter in place in a lockdown type situation and hide. Sometimes it's to fight. And that's basically come from because in these, in the past school shootings, when a school shooter enters a room or enters an area, they're not there to talk. They're not there to negotiate. They're there to shoot. And so if you are in an area where you're trapped and they're coming into that, they come into your room or some area where you're trapped, that's when you have to fight. Our biggest recommendation is to get out of the way. Just run and get out as fast as you can. Obviously, again, if this were to happen, I'll be responding. If I'm in the high school and it happens here, hopefully I'll already be here and I'll be there right away. Also, our other officers on duty will be here within a couple of minutes too. We would immediately enter the building and engage with the shooter. We're not going to stand outside and wait. First one that gets here is going to be entering right away.
All right, so say if the Butler students were to have them walk in there, so would they have to, how would they exit?
You have to decide mentally what is your mentality going to be. And you just have to be prepared to do whatever it takes to survive and to get out alive. And most of the times, that's going to be running or sheltering in place. And if you do shelter in place, if you're in a room that goes into a lockdown, do several things. Turn out all the lights, barricade the door, hide so you can't be seen through any of the windows, and put your phones on silent. Silence your phones, because a shooter is going to be walking through the building. They're going to be listening for anything that they can. They're going to be listening for a phone. They're going to be listening for conversation. They're going to be looking into a window. Path of least resistance. If they can't get into a room, if it's barricaded and they can't get in, they're going to move on to the next room. So be very careful about that. But again, the best thing for you to do may be to run, maybe to hide. But if you're ever in that room and they come at you, or you're in an area and you can't get away from them, you have to fight.
All right.
And when we're talking about fighting, you look here in the lunchroom. You've got chairs. You've got trash cans. You've got things that you could pick up and hit somebody with if they were trying to shoot you and you couldn't get out of the way. And there was nowhere for you to go. There's always something. Just look around in every classroom. There's always something you can use to pick up in a fight with, whether it be a chair or a stapler or your telephone, your keys, putting them in between your knuckles, anything you can do to fight if you have to fight. And again, I'm not saying that's probably the first choice, but if you have to, just use anything in your environment and make sure that you have the mentality that you're going to get out of there alive.
All right, so say if we had to run, how would we escape? Like if we see the shooter and we're trying to move somewhere, but people are getting shot over here, what do you do?
If you're trying to run away from the shots, run away from where you think the shooter is, get out of the building. That's the biggest thing. If you can get out of the building, get out of the building. Because you don't want to be stuck in the building if you can. Run away from the shots, but if you think, let's say you go down this hall here and you see a shooter there, or you see someone coming down, get out of the way as fast as you can. If that means ducking into a classroom and locking the door, do that. If that means taking off and running away, run away. And that's where your decision making is going to be crucial. The one thing you guys all do know very well, your school, your classrooms, so you're going to know the best place to go in that kind of situation. But you're going to have to think on your feet, and you're going to have to make that decision quickly. And again, we're going to get into the building right away, and hopefully we'll be able to engage them and stop them immediately. But in the meantime, the time we're coming to the building and trying to find them, you need to be deciding what you're going to do. And another recommendation, don't get on your phone. We're going to have 911. If you get on your phone to call 911 and give them vital information, that's one thing. But the phone systems are going to be jammed because you're going to have a lot of parents calling 911 for information when they shouldn't be, and you're going to have a lot of parents trying to call their kids to make sure they're okay. So we want to keep the phones as clear as possible so that we can communicate better in that situation.
Aislinn Robert, Channel 7 News.
Coming up next, one of the high school's most respected teachers makes a difficult decision to resign. We look back at her legacy at Rosehill High School.
And later I sit down with Student Council President Lauren Jackson to talk about what it means to be a Rocket. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Ben Black. Hi, I'm Brock Haskell. We are seniors. We are leaders. Here at Rosehill High School Residential Carpentry Program, Industrial Tech. I haven't always excelled in a traditional classroom setting, but this hands-on work has really allowed me to blossom. Not only are we succeeding in high school, but this will follow up to jobs after.
Melissa Segovia has spent nearly 2 decades as a science teacher and volleyball coach at Rose Hill High School. She led the Rockets to back-to-back state titles in 2016 and 2017.
But now it's time to say goodbye. AJ Taylor has the story on the significant loss for the school and the community.
Before spring break, head volleyball coach and science teacher Melissa Segovia resigned her position at Rose Hill High School and will teach next year at Valley Center. In a statement obtained by Channel 7 News, Segovia said that she is thankful for all the teachers, families, and the community for giving her permission to work with their children. Gracie Von Drill, a player on Segovia's volleyball team for 3 years, said that while the team will miss her, they are very happy for the new opportunity she is pursuing.
It's pretty sudden. It caught me off guard, like, a lot. So it made me sad. But it's just because she's family. Like, we've all had that bond. I mean, it's a great opportunity for her and all. Like, we're all going to miss her so much. She did so many great things for the program, but I know they'll find us another coach.
We asked head basketball coach Joshua Shirley for his thoughts on Coach Segovia's departure. He told us Segovia brought a strong sense of leadership to both the classroom and the court.
She definitely will be greatly missed, I know, in the classroom hallways as well as on the court. Don't know a lot about volleyball, but I do know that she ran a very great program, had the respect of everybody, and all around was very successful. Like I said, not just in wins and losses, but in the way that she shaped and molded the leaders of our school.
We then talked to David Penner, a science teacher at Rose Hill High School. Penner told us losing Segovia is a great loss, but also a great opportunity.
I think Miss Segovia is a great teacher here. It means a whole lot to our science department. Is one of the leaders for our science department. One of the better teachers in our school as well. I know that she'll be missed as she is one of the great teachers in our school, but I know she has great opportunities in front of her as well.
AJ Taylor, Channel 7 News.
First-year math teacher Savannah Fox also announced her resignation before spring break. She has accepted a similar position at her alma mater, Douglas High School. Additionally, Ray Bowes, who resigned as head coach of the football team in December, officially announced his resignation as a teacher early in March. Pending board approval, 2 new math teachers have been hired. We will have more on that as our next show continues. Coming up next, the drama department is trying something new and innovative for their spring show, as we ask the cast and director Mark Blauser about the organization of this idea.
Spring is here to stay, or will winter get one more shot? Charlie has your upcoming forecast. Stay with us.
Rose Hill High School Drama Department continually brings innovation and creativity to each of their unique productions. But for their spring play, Death Trap, they have taken it to a whole new level. Sarah has the story.
Have you ever wondered what a play would look like, sound like, or feel like with two different casts?
Play is called Death Trap. It'll be performed April the 12th, 13th, and 14th.
The play Death Trap is a modern thriller that has quite a bit of twists and turns that will leave you wondering until the very last second. The play has a cast of 10. 2 people will be playing the same character. This is to have the audience intrigued one night with the cast, but attend another night with a totally different outlook. Mr. Blauser is excited for those to come see the play.
Oh, absolutely. That's the fun of it. Audiences can come one night, see one version of the show, and then come another night and see a completely different version of the show. It's a lot of fun.
Another layer to this endeavor is Ryan Hill's architectural design class. The administration at Rose Hill stresses the importance of being cross-curricular, and that was something both Hill and Blauser had in mind.
So we've been pretty innovative in the design to build process, where we can make some freestanding walls that can transfer and be spun around for either an interior or an exterior type wall. So it'd be more modular, so they can set it up in different configurations, but also meet the needs of kind of the standards that my courses hit.
Sarah Bailey, Channel 7 News. Every other year, students get the opportunity to exhibit their unique skills and abilities in the K's Club Talent Show. This year, Vlad Bondarchuk talked to several entrants and eventual winners.
Every other year, K-Club organizes a talent show at the high school where every student can share their talent and to compete for awards. I asked K-Club leader Skylar Thomas-Fraser about where the raised money by the show will go.
Ronald McDonald House to prepare meals and buy the food, and it'll also go to help adopt a sea turtle, not a sea turtle, it'll help to adopt an animal at the zoo and go to a sea turtle rescue. We made about a little over $200, I believe.
After the show, I talked to some of the participants. Faith Axley, a singer who became a favorite of the audience, told us about her decision to enter the talent show.
I decided to go in the talent show because I wanted to face my fear of being scared of being myself in front of everybody. The song I picked was Let It Go by James Bay, and I picked it because it spoke to me, because everybody goes through like breakup and stuff, and so I feel that they needed to hear that because they just need to let everything go.
Fourth place went to Jonah Robson and Maddie McDonald, while Brenna Welch and Amber Glithera placed third and second. First place went to Cab Newman, who used his piano performance as a way to ask junior Debbie Ferenbaum to prom. I talked to the couple about how they brought their performance to the stage.
The tune that I played was kind of the beginning part of it. I heard it and I kind of put two and two together, and it was really nice. It nicely worked out.
I just wanted to sing in it because I like singing, and my sister told me that I should do it, so I did.
It's great because I got money, and so I can take Debbie out. So.
Vlad Bondarchuk, Channel 7 News.
Coming up next, Charlie has your unseasonably chilly extended forecast.
And later, Skylar has your spring sports previews. We'll be right back.
I'm Charlie Conroy, and here is this week's weather. For today's forecast, our current temperature is 27 degrees with a wind 7 miles per hour. Today's high will be 52 degrees with a low of 46 degrees, wind 9 miles per hour, precipitation 0%, and humidity 87%. Next up is our extended weekend forecast. We'll start off with Saturday, which will be partly cloudy and a high of 44 and a low of 36, humidity 64%, and wind 12 miles per hour. Now we'll head to Sunday, which will be cloudy with a high of 68, a low of 44, humidity 69%, and wind 19 miles per hour. Next, we'll have our 5-day forecast. Monday will be cloudy with a high of 52 and a low of 45. Tuesday and Wednesday will both be cloudy. Tuesday, a high of 52 and a low of 25. Wednesday, a high of 56 and a low of 41. Thursday will be partly cloudy with a high of 67 and a low of 33. And Friday, also partly cloudy with a high of 39 and a low of 29. Up next is Dakota Sit Down with Lauren Jackson.
Welcome back. I'm here with Student Council President and Rose Hill High School Senior Lauren Jackson. How are you today, Lauren?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
Solid.
So, I'm just going to ask you a few questions about Rose Hill High School and your opinion on it.
Okay.
So first, what are some common misconceptions that you find about Rose Hill High School?
I would feel some common misconceptions are people always think that we're like druggies because we're in like such a small town. I would definitely say that people have a very negative outlook on our school. People don't think very highly of our school, which is super unfortunate. I think our school is great. There's a lot of negativity, especially like online about our school, and I definitely really hope that that changes in the future.
All right. And what are some of your favorite things about actually attending Rose Hill High School?
I might be a little biased on this one, but I'd definitely say my favorite part is Stuco. I've been in Stuco all 4 years of high school, and it's basically made my high school experience what it is. Student council like helped me get out of my shell and helped me get more involved within my school. That'd definitely be my favorite part, yeah, for sure.
Have you been president all 4 years, or did you?
I have not. I've been, my freshman year, I was my class treasurer, and then I went onto the executive board my sophomore year as executive secretary, and then my junior year, I was executive vice president, and now I'm president.
So being a senior, you obviously have a lot of experience going through the entirety of high school, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So if you could write a letter or a little note to your freshman self, what would you tell them?
I would definitely tell myself to not worry about what other people think. I think throughout high school, people really realize who their friends are and who their true friends are, their best friends, you know, that kind of thing. In my freshman year, I cared so much about people liking me and, you know, just having a whole bunch of friends and not good quality friends. And as I've gone through high school, I think I've just realized who my people are, like who truly has my back. So I definitely just say, you know, be yourself, don't care what people think.
Would you say that throughout your high school experience, you've accumulated more friends or lost more?
Honestly, I would probably say that I've lost more, but I've gained better quality friendships, if that makes any sense. I would say like 2 best friends and like maybe 2 good friends. I mean, like I don't need a whole bunch of friends. I just need a few people who have my back.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly.
What is some advice you would give to some next year's incoming freshmen?
I would definitely say just have fun with the whole high school experience. When I came into high school, I was like, okay, like I gotta get all my work done, I gotta get straight A's, I gotta attend every single event, like I was just so dedicated and just like so like pushing everything, and I didn't stop to, like smell the roses, you just need to take it all in. You just need to have fun. So.
And finally, what is your favorite high school memory?
Oh my. I would definitely just say like the whole experience of growing up. Freshman to senior year goes by so fast, and I can't believe it's already March. It's insane. It goes by so fast, and I think the whole experience, the whole high school experience is just my favorite part. Like growing up and realizing who I am and who other people are. It's a great experience, honestly.
All right, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Up next is Skylar Brown with the Spring Sports Preview. Welcome back. I'm Skylar Brown, and here are your Channel 7 sports. With the Rocket Winter Sports having just finished and all of the spring sports in full tilt, everyone is working extremely hard. I recently went and talked to key players around the various spring sports and asked them some things. Going in overall 12-9 last season, the Rocket softball team is wanting to come back stronger than last season.
Last season went pretty well, but I think we have the talent to be better this year, so I think it's looking good.
Going 11-10 last season, the baseball team is feeling better than last season and going in with way more confidence.
Kind of a rebuilding season. Last year we had a lot of talent, and this year we got a lot of young guys. Hopefully they're going to step up and take spot on the varsity team.
Getting 29th in state won't stop the track team from coming back and trying even harder than last season and wanting to do better.
I think that next season we should be pretty strong. We lost some few key players, but we have girls that are going to step into their roles.
Going a total of 1-15 last season, the girls' soccer team hopes to do much better and is already off to a great start than last season.
Well, we graduated 10 seniors and we got a lot of new people in, so I think we're a lot better than we were last year because we all played together and we have newbies. It's like a mixture.
With 4 girls placing 14th at state last year in swimming, they're wanting to not only go back but have more people as well.
Yes, I hope for all of us to go to state and obviously get better on our strokes.
With Peyton Austin being the only person from the golf team to go to state last year, the golf team plans not only to go back to state, but to have more people go as well. With so many people working so hard this spring sports season, I will be keeping you up to date with your Rocket Spring Sports. Sarah and Dakota, back to you.
Thanks, Skylar. That is all the time we have for today. I'm Sarah Bailey.
And I'm Dakota Morgan. Be sure to check us out on social media at Rocket Productions. Our next show will be Thursday, April 19th. Until then, thank you for watching. I'm on Channel 7 News.